So is Tone a Hebrew Israelite? Absolutely, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. And let me explain. On a surface level, every person, right, that is not Hebrew must be engrafted into Israel. What did Paul say? Who is the true Jew except those who have the faith? A Hebrew is ultimately defined by their faith, right? But when I say I'm Hebrew Israelite, am I saying it on just a spiritual level? Absolutely not. I'm saying it on a biological level, right? Why? Because history proves it. And America will, the powers that be, whenever God puts the pressure on their necks to actually do it, they're going to admit it. They're already acknowledging that we have a 400-year history here. What's the significance of that? Read your scriptures. Read what God says about his people going off to Egypt in ships again to Egypt in ships for 400 years. What is God talking about? So it affects, does it affect my doctrine? Absolutely not. I was already sound. I wouldn't even got to this point of understanding this, making this ethnic claim, right? Not a doctrinal claim, making this ethnic claim had I not been studying for myself, right? Not by myself, but also studying for myself, taking what I was taught, right? Dividing the word rightly, and understanding the context of what was taught to me, why things were taught to me a certain way, and what scripture says and what scripture displays, right? So the fruit of my life is for all to see. There are tons of people who have affirmed me time and time again until we got to the issue of idolatry in America, specifically around this pride in this nation and the racial issues. That's when Tone is Jesus went out the door. So it wasn't Jesus went out the window when I was talking about how hip hop was ruining the black community or how drug dealing made you a Sambo, right? It wasn't. They was cool with that tone, but they not cool with the tone that talks about racism. So it's odd, right? The amens you'll get, and then how quickly they flip when you touch an issue that hit too close to home to their partiality, right? So let's be consistent. Understand, if you come on Tone's post with aggression, Tone will respond with aggression. I don't care about blocking you and all that. That's not the goal, right? But if you're not picking, if recently I had a brother miss that somebody was being passive aggressive, and he ended up co-signing the passive aggressive person in the process, not really understanding what he was doing, and I was trying to explain it to him, but he just wasn't on it. He was just like, nah, I'm with it. You know what I'm saying? And even in the process of him responding with me, he was putting the black community down. Might not even realized it. He probably is a proud black man, probably blesses his community. He claimed he did, but he was putting the black community down, right? If we're going to really build up the community, the black community, and minister to them, which most people online speaking about the black community have never stepped foot in this place and places like this, right? They've never stepped foot in these places. So they don't know how the government acts in these environments. They don't know how the Christians behave in these environments, right? They just don't know. They just know what they see, what they've been told, which is right in line with how they even became professing believers anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're just regurgitators, twice the devils. So don't be surprised when I even see some of these white evangelical theologians saying the black community is majority we're anti-intellectual. They throw stuff like that out. How is that not the same as what the slave masters taught? Right? We got to keep it a beam. And I know that black people have been cursed for 400 years. But it's not to excuse the behavior of these Babylonians who love this nation. This is Egypt. This is Babylon, y'all. So I feel like I've thoroughly explained myself here. I was emotional. Yes. I was passionate. Yes. I say it in my music, right? But I was also clear. This is where I stand. I had people unfriend me, people who seen me put in work for the kingdom. It's okay to disagree with me. You can even shut me off. It's fine. But if you approach me aggressively, expect the response. Maybe not every time. Sometimes I just don't be for it. But expect it. And if there's a consistency in you just constantly wanting to come for me, right? Then what's the point of us interacting on social media? It's not beneficial to anybody. I'll unfriend you. It's all good. You can still see my stuff. I'm never gonna block you, but we won't be interacting. You know what I'm saying? Unless it's in the inbox, and I probably won't even interact with you there.